All right, so we mentioned that there are 6 primary books of accounts. There was books of prime entry. There was this called cash book, which I've already practiced in the last class. The remaining are uh, sales day book or sales journal and sales return journal. Then there is purchases journal and purchase return journal, and then there is general journal. Acha ji, so let's practice these together. Practice these together, and the general journal return inwards. Is there one for return outwards? No, there isn't one. Acha ji, let's practice this question. First 16.2a and then 16 point other 16.5a or 6a, whichever that is. 16.4a. Acha ji. Acha ji, here is a very simple question. Did we discuss the format of these things before? The purchase day book and sales day book and everything. Acha, sales journal or sales day book, they're both names of the same thing. So the way it gets drawn is that you say sales journal, and for sales journal you'll have a date column, there will be a details column, and then there would be an amount column. That's it. Okay ji. The same way we will have a purchase journal too. So for purchase journal, purchase journal, actually I'll have a date column, there would be a details column, and over here there would be an amount column. Okay ji. So the same way we have sales and purchase journal, there will be sales return journal. So there is one called sales return journal, sales return journal. Again, for this one, there would be 3 columns: date, details, amount. And for purchase return journal, purchase return journal, there would be 3 columns: date, details, and amount. Just a second. Details and amount. Actually, the question says the first entry is credit sales to B Doc 240, M Rayan 126, and G sold and F trip. Wow. ठीक है जी. So what we'll do is we'll write their names one by one. These are sales, credit sales. So in sales journal, we discussed that only credit sales they'll be recorded. Where would cash sales be recorded? No, in the cash book. All cash transactions, they'll be there in the cash book. Acha. So this would be credit sales to B Doc. So first I write B Doc. The date is June 1. June 1. Acha, B Doc, how much sales? 240. Is it 240? Yes, 240. Acha ji, then sales to M Rayan. Again, same date. M Rayan 126. And then there is sales G Soul 94. G Soul how much? 94. And then there is sales of 107 to F Trip. So I write F Trip. And how much is the sales? 107. Then the other thing that I have is sales ledger, and in sales ledger we have discussed that we have got accounts of or T accounts of all the debtors, right? So I write over here sales ledger, and within N I write the T accounts first of all of BDoc. ठीक है जी, the account on June 1 I have sales how much? 240. Okay, then other T account is of Emryan, RYAN. Take it again. June 1. How much? 126. Sorry. Sales and 126. Ashaji, what else? G Soul. So I write G Soul T account. 94 sales and June 1. अच्छा जी, anyone else? There is an F trip too. Okay. F trip. Again, how much sales to F trip? 10? No, F trip was 1. Alright, 10 over there. ये हो गया जी 107. So I write over here 107 sales and June 1. That's it. अच्छा जी. Then I made further credit sales to a few more people. ठीक है जी, इसको नीचे ले आते हैं. ये वाला जो sales return journal है, just a second. Here, come down, more down. अच्छा जी, how much credit sales to P quotes? Okay, just a second. अच्छा जी, June 6 now. June 6 is around the same date. P quotes. P Coates. How much is it? 182. This is 182. And then there is L job. L job. How much? L job 203. 203 pounds. And then there is T man 99. T man 99. Achha, you will have to open a few more T accounts now. And again in the same sales ledger because these were sales. Shaji, we have to open one for P codes. ठीक है जी, sales is 182. Sales and June 6. Then there is this person L job, नीचे उसमें रखी हुई होगी ट्रे में, मेरे पास तो नहीं है यहाँ. L job. अच्छा जी, how much is the sales? 203. Sales and June 6. Acha, just remember it was just that it happened that all the June 1 accounts they got drawn over here and June 6. It's not that every time a date changes I have to change the column of these. It's just, by the way, there is this sales ledger, and within the sales ledger there are all the T accounts of everybody I sell the goods to. So if I sell more goods to this B doc again, that get recorded in this particular T account. It doesn't matter. These are not these columns. They have no correlation with the dates that are mentioned over here. Okay. अच्छा जी, then there is T man whom I sold 99 pounds good. T man, Batman, Batman, Batman 99. Who's your favorite superhero? T man. Who's your favorite superhero? Johnson. Oh, not T man. Sales. Hmm. Same. So Thor means, do you count Loki as superhero? What about that Thanos? I mean, do the villains, they also count as superheroes, or they're just supernatural or something, not superheroes? First, hmm. Mm-hmm. Acha ji, and that tells you prefer Marvel over DC. Good. Acha ji, goods returned to us by B Doc, and acha, why does this one have only the sales returns and sales that thing there? Acha, in this particular question, the one we just did, there isn't a mention of purchase journal. There isn't any purchase or purchase returns. Maybe in the next one they'll come in handy. Anyhow, अच्छा जी, ठीक है. Then what happens? A few people return goods to us who B doc and F trip, right? B doc and F trip. So in sales return journal, I write B doc. How much does he return? He returns 19. Okay. And what day does he return? June 10. June 10. Acha ji, there is F trip who also returns 32 pounds worth gold. F trip. How much? 32. 32, 32, 32. Fine. ठीक है. There must be already accounts of these two people since they're returning, so they must have bought it first. Um, B doc, B doc. The first one is B doc. How much does he return? 19. Here and write sales return and अभी चाहिए कहीं जाना है? Give me a second, Ishal. अच्छा जी, अच्छा जी. There is one more thing, and then there is F trip who returned goods to us. How much? F trip returns 32. So in F trip I write 32 and sales return. 32 sales return. You can use either of the two terms, sales return or return inwards. I personally find sales return more convenient. अच्छा जी, there is June 10. अच्छा जी, then what happens on June 20? We make more sales to B uphill. Do we already have a B uphill account? No. So what is with this guy? Every time making sales to a new person. ठीक है जी, B uphill, goods worth 1790. Wow. 1790, and this is June 20. Fine, June 20. So let's make an F uphill account in sales ledger. B uphill, sorry. B uphill 1790 sales and June 20. ठीक है जी. Then what we do, goods returned to us by L job 16. Fine. Sales return, we write L job and 16, and this happens on June 24. It's the same. Acha ji, and now we have to credit it in L jobs account. L job. So I write 16 sales return and June 24. Acha ji, and finally trade sales to T Kane 302. T Kane 302, and this happens on June 30th. June 30th. Acha ji, in sales ledger we make a T account for T Kane. Acha, I'm removing. Acha, let it stay for now. Purchase ledger and purchase journal and purchase return journal. अच्छा क्या करना है, टी केन का अकाउंट बनाना है. टी केन टी केन and how much did I send? 302 sell right, sales, and it would be June 30. Acha, now what would be the end of this sales journal or purchase journal? In the so in general ledger we have the sales ledger in which we have got all the T accounts of debtors. In purchase ledger, we have all the T accounts of creditors. In general ledger, we'll have all the remaining T accounts. So over here, I say general ledger. And in this general ledger, I'll have two T accounts called sales, and the other would be sales return or return inwards. Sales return, whichever term you use it consistently. Sales return. Acha ji, what amounts would get noted in these two T accounts? For sales, we'll have to do sum of the sales journal. So let's do the sum. Where's my calculator? It's somewhere. Calculator. Acha ji, we add 240, 126, 94, 107, 94, 107, 182, 203, 99, 1790, and 302. G. What's the sum that you get? Excellent. 3143. So what we do is, in the sales T account, we have just one entry on the credit side. We say 3143, and this comes from sales journal. Okay, and obviously at the end of the period we'll calculate a carried down. Does the question ask it to calculate right now? No. Otherwise the end of it would be that there would be a carried down calculated, and that would get taken to the trial balance. So over here, obviously, since it's 3143, the carry down on the other side would also be 3143, and that would balance the two accounts. 3143. So we have practiced the balancing of accounts. Over here, obviously, we would know if I have to calculate the balance of these accounts. There is 240 on this side, so 240, and the other side 240 minus 19. So that would be 221. Okay, and that carried down would be brought down on next what, July 1. July 1. Okay, ji. The same way you can calculate carry down balances for all of them. For all of them, obviously, it would be the same amount except for the ones where there is some sales return to. Okay, ji. I'm not going into details of that because we have practiced that enough before. Acha, and carried down. Acha, the other thing is about sales return journal. So we'll have to do some of this one too. 19 plus 32 plus 16. 19 plus 32 plus 16. What's the amount? 67. And this 67, it gets taken to this sales return T account in general ledger. So on the debit side, I write sales return, which is how much? 67. And I write sales return journal. Again, journal and day books, they're the both names used for these journals. It could be the sales day book or it could be sales journal, sales return day book or sales return journal, whichever was used in the question, we'll use that one. So this is the amount brought and this is the amount get. Acha, we shouldn't be writing carried on, we should be writing to profit loss since these are sales and sales return accounts, so to PL. And over here for sales return as well, to PL. All right, and it would be the same amount, 67. Easy. So this is how we draw the sales journal and sales return journal. The pattern of purchase journal and purchase return journal would be exactly the same. The same way we'd be just making a list on those particular days of amounts. Those amounts that get taken to the sales and purchase ledger to the particular T accounts of the persons we are buying or selling the goods to, buying the goods from or selling the goods to. And eventually at the end of the month, the sum of these, they get taken to general ledger T accounts. So sales journal, it goes to sales T account. The sales return journal, it goes to sales return T account. The purchase journal, it goes to purchase T account. Another one we'll have over here. And purchase return journal, its sum gets taken to purchase return T account. Easy? Acha ji. Let's practice one more question, 16.4a, and let's do it together. Let's try to finish it within the next 10 minutes. अच्छा जी, shift S.